Hello student, we will continue the same point. Curvature of the earth. Places lying closer to the equator are hotter than the places closer to the poles because the equator receives direct sunlight and the intensity of heat is maximum there. First, it's important to know what is an equator. An equator is an imaginary line which divides the earth into two equal parts, northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. In this para, we learned that whatever places near to equator are hotter than the places closer to the poles because equator receives direct sunlight. As you can see in the picture, as we move away from the equator, the curvature of the earth increases. Means as we go farther from the equator, the curvature of the earth means tilted position of the earth increases. The sun's rays falls on the earth at a slanting angle and these parts of the earth are farther away from the sun. Means whatever places are far away from the sun, they get slanting rays of the sun. You can see in the given picture that equator receives direct sunlight from the sun. So whatever places near equator, it will be hotter. It will remain hot, and whatever places are far from the equator, they will remain colder. They will be colder. Your next topic is revolution of the earth. In the previous video, I had taught you about the rotation of the earth. Rotation means daily movement of the earth on its axis. Now we will know about revolution of the earth. The earth not only rotates on its axis but also moves around the sun. The movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution. Means the movement of the earth on its axis is known as rotation, but the movement of the earth around the sun is known as revolution. Like all planets in the solar system, the earth also revolves around the sun on a fixed path called the orbit. The earth completes one revolution in 365 1/4 days or 1 year. All the planets in the solar system revolve on its fixed path around the sun, and this path is known as orbit. The earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to go around the sun, but our calendar year consists of 365 days only. The extra 6 hours are added after every 4 years when they become 24 hours, and an extra day is added to the year in the month of February. This year, which has 366 days, is called the leap year. Means the earth completes its revolution in 365 days, 1/4, 365 1/4 days. 1/4 means 6 hours. These 6 hours of every year makes one day after 4 years, and this extra day added in the year which is known as leap year, and in the leap year the year is of 366 days. Revolution of the earth around the sun causes seasons. There are mainly 4 seasons: summer, autumn, winter and spring. Your next topic is how are seasons caused, means what are the regions to occur seasons. Seasons are caused mainly because of two factors. First one, the revolution of the earth. Second one, the tilt of the earth's axis. We can understand this with the help of two diagrams which is given here. See, first you see in first diagram, diagram number 1. If you look at diagram 1, you will see that the north pole leans towards the sun. Therefore, the northern hemisphere receives the direct rays of the sun and has summers, while the southern hemisphere receives slanting rays and has winters. So, in first diagram, we see that north pole is tilted towards the sun. So, here this place will be hotter, while the south pole is far from the sun. So, this place will be colder. In diagram 2, the south pole is inclined toward the sun. Now, the southern hemisphere receives vertical and direct rays of the sun and experiences the hot summer season. In diagram 2, you can see south pole is tilted towards the sun. So, south pole or the areas near south pole will receive direct sun rays and it will be hot, while the north pole is far from the sun rays, so it will give slanting rays of the sun. Your next point is cycle of seasons. Seasons repeat almost at the same time of the year because the earth completes one revolution around the sun in 1 year. So, the same part of the earth faces the sun at the same time every year. This forms a cycle of seasons. Seasons are caused in the following pattern. Now you can understand how seasons are caused. On June 21st, Northern Hemisphere summer solstice. Solstice means twice in a year. And on September 21st, Northern Hemisphere autumn equinox. Equinox means equal in Latin, and nox means night, means when days and nights are equal. So on 21st September and 21st March, days and nights are equal. In the same way, on December 21st, Northern Hemisphere, it will be winter solstice. Now see seasons in both the hemisphere, February to April, when spring in the northern hemisphere, then autumn will be in the southern hemisphere, means quite opposite in northern and southern hemisphere. May to July, if it is summer in northern hemisphere, then it will be winter in the southern hemisphere. In the same way, August to October, autumn in the northern hemisphere, spring in the southern hemisphere. November to January, winter in the northern hemisphere, summer in the southern hemisphere, means at north and south are quite opposite. In the same way, seasons also, if this side will be winter, that side will be summer. In the same way, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere faces seasons, and cycle of the seasons continues. Thank you. Revise it.